The empty fridge in Florida. Evelyn Harper had always made do. Her modest Miami bungalow smelled faintly of salt and car exhaust, the linoleum floors creaking under her careful steps. Widowed for 15 years, she had raised her daughter Brittany on a Social Security check and a small inheritance, stretching every dollar for dance lessons, prom dresses, and college tuition. At 68, Evelyn lived frugally, clipping coupons, scouring clearance aisles, and finding comfort in a morning cup of black coffee on the porch. Brittany, 32, was different. She worked sporadically and spent recklessly, still living at home amidst piles of unused yoga mats, skincare products, and tagged clothes. Evelyn's frugality had bred indulgence. "Mom, it's just a loan," Brittany would say, flashing her false eyelashes, and Evelyn would give in. It was a sweltering Tuesday in June when Evelyn's life hit a breaking point. She logged into the joint account she shared with Brittany and froze. $1,200, the full Social Security check, was gone, transferred to Brittany's account. "Brittany? Honey, there's been a mistake." "Mom, chill." Brittany's voice came from an airport lounge, laughter in the background. "I'm heading to Cancun. The ATM was glitchy, so I borrowed your check. I'll pay you back next week." Evelyn's mouth went dry. "Borrowed? That's my food money. The pantry's nearly empty." "Oh, come on, Mom. You've got oatmeal. Think of it as a detox." Brittany giggled and hung up. Evelyn stared at the sparse shelves, a half-empty box of saltines, a can of soup past its expiration, and the oatmeal jar. Enough for a sparrow, not a woman who had sacrificed everything for her daughter. Cold fury rose inside her. Brittany wasn't just selfish, she was cruel. Her eyes landed on the dining room hutch, Grandma Rose's World War II-era silverware gleaming behind glass. Forks, knives, spoons, each polished and perfect, relics of a past Evelyn had cherished, and yet history didn't fill her stomach. By dawn, she had a plan. She called Mr. Elias Thorne, an antiques dealer, who arrived promptly in a battered van. Examining the silver with white-gloved hands, he murmured appreciatively. Collector would pay top dollar. Evelyn named her price, $4,500. Thorne counted the bills in his lockbox, handing them over with a flicker of respect. Evelyn tucked them into her purse, feeling the weight of autonomy for the first time in years. She drove to Gourmet Grove in Coral Gables, aisles filled with lobster tanks, jars of caviar, and vintage champagne. She shopped without hesitation: lobster tails, beluga caviar, Dom Perignon, truffle cheeses, smoked salmon, exotic fruits. The total? $1,800. Cash, no questions. Back home, she unpacked carefully, arranging the fridge like a curated display. Lobster nestled beside caviar, champagne misted in the door, cheeses wrapped meticulously. The sparse shelves of yesterday were gone, replaced by abundance. That evening, Evelyn dined like royalty. Lobster bisque, caviar on toast, champagne fizzing on her tongue. Each bite was defiance, each sip liberation. For the first time in decades, she ate for herself. Midweek, Brittany called. "Mom, eating that oatmeal?" Evelyn sipped champagne, smiling. "I'm managing." Friday, Brittany returned, tanned and sun-streaked, bursting into the kitchen. She yanked open the fridge door, eyes widening. "What the hell? Lobster? Caviar? Champagne?" Evelyn rose calmly. "I was hungry, Brittany. You took my check, left me nothing, so I improvised." Brittany's eyes darted to the hutch. "The silver! You sold it? That was mine! My inheritance!" Evelyn's voice was steady. "Inheritance is for after I'm gone, but I needed to live now." Brittany lunged at a jar of caviar. "You can't do this! I'll call the police!" Evelyn pulled her phone. "New locks, locksmith installed. Your key won't work." Brittany shrieked, packed her bags, and stormed out. "You'll regret this, Mom." Evelyn locked the door, the silence feeling like peace. She had eaten, lived, and for once, acted for herself. With the remaining money, she put a down payment on a Key West condo, modest but with an ocean view and a balcony for morning coffee. Her bungalow sold quickly, the proceeds funding her new life. No more sacrifices, no more entitlement. As she sipped coffee on the balcony, watching pelicans dive into turquoise waters, Evelyn smiled. Freedom tasted like champagne, crisp, effervescent, and entirely her own.